Hello everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to Create Astral. Last time we did a little bit of messing around on Mercury. We did a little bit of playing around in Chapter 5. We got a few things started down into the area and we kind of left off looking at both of these two little things right here. I've kind of since done a little bit more digging down through here and well, a lot of this I think we're going to be able to do outside of maybe, and like let me say it like this: be able to do in a reasonable amount of time. Granted, we're going to have to play with this is supposed to be Matter, Shimmer, whatever it is, the scrap deal, all that kind of fun things. We're going to have to kind of play around with that as we get to that point. I think there's a kind of an elephant in the room down here that's kind of waiting. There's a monster down here that I know I mentioned it last time, I believe, but 256,000 items to be able to make one singularity to then do whatever we need to do right down here on the end. Looking at some of this other stuff, it's going to, again, require some crafting and building and constructing of things. I mean, I think I have everything I need to do right now aside from maybe the pins. We can take a look. I've made a bunch of stuff in between episodes, and if I didn't, we can certainly just go ahead and grab some calorite nuggets and just have it start cranking those out. We've got plenty of stuff. I processed a lot of the things through the industrial grinder, and I processed a fair amount of steel so that we could do some of the things we need there. We're going to have to make various ingots and things and stuff. The iridium, I kind of slowed down on making the iridium mainly because I don't really think we're going to need a lot of it. We have at least a couple or 3 or 4 stacks at this point, so that should be enough to at least progress us through what we need to do. But yeah, this is a thing down here. I don't know exactly how I want to do this right now, but like these are generally considered trash cans. You just put all the garbage that you would normally put into them, that you'd be throwing away, as far as trash cans are concerned. And I'm looking at it now because we might have 256,000 items in our applied energistic storage right now. Might. Items, totally. And by that means, I mean a lot of this really expensive, heavy, hard to use kind of stuff. I think we could probably get there, but I mean, I'm contemplating actually doing something kind of dumb and setting up a bunch of crafters and feeding it nothing but sticks. Because I should be able to get an awful lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of random crap like these magma blocks. We don't need them anymore. I don't think I'm ever going to worry about using them. There's some other little bitty things that I think we're slowly accumulating over time that we could do. Of course, we could just start pumping cobblestone or whatever else is into it, as the way things kind of work, but just kind of messing around with things. I think that one's going to suck the hardest because it's going to take the longest. I'm either going to have to, I might do some silly testing because they state in the questing right here, do not use chutes to charge a singularity. Do not use chutes. My question then is could I, and this is the dumb thing, strap this onto the back of a world eater and turn it loose in the world? I think we get chunk loaders somewhere in this whole process. I thought I saw them somewhere. I don't remember where. I think they're right here. Does that take power? I don't think so. No. What we could do is we could take one of our tunnel bores and, well, I should say probably take both of the tunnel bores and just attach all of the drills that I currently have to one of them, and then hook that thing up behind it and fill it with I don't know what, because it'd be unholy, crazy, whatever. Anything that the thing would pick up, basically. Anything at all that it would pick up would go into that thing. We turn it loose and we let it run. We might do that next time. The only problem with that is I'd have to make it absolutely bulletproof, and I have since figured out the bulletproofness that has to happen with these things in order to be able to work. So, I don't know. We'll see. 256,000 items. I know that doesn't sound hard. Normally it's not, but just looking at what we have as far as stuff going here, that's an awful lot of cobblestone and an awful lot of wood and an awful lot of other things a second just to make things happen. 256,000, say, divided by 64 is 4,000 stacks of stuff to make one of those. So yeah, I might just be silly and just make a big world eater, turn it loose, and let it go to work. So, oops, sorry. Anyhow, we need to move forward a little bit. We need to be able to do some stuff in here. We need to make the next circuit, and we need to work on this so that we can start down into here. I probably am not going to go absolutely nutty with the production of the refined shimmer. We're going to do what we need to do to get it done, I think, at this level of the game, mainly because of the fact that there's nothing down here I care about to be able to make right now. Everything that we have, and this is one of those deals like, this is why, IC2 was always fun, and this is why Tech Reborn is so much fun, because when you can get this up and running, you can make just about anything you want to in the game. But you're going to hand it to me within steps of the end, that I don't need any of the stuff that's out here. I don't need any of the Mercury. I don't need any of the, like, fluid replicators. I don't really care. I don't need any of that stuff because I can just craft it. I have an unlimited supply of everything I need right now outside of the shimmer. And I think the shimmer is going to be our next big problem. If we get to that point, we really, really, really need it. The thing is, I'm only using shimmer to craft, well, right now, to craft the fluix, or the shimmer dust, and we still have a reasonable amount in that train. This is full. I went over there and checked it. 2 of the 3 tanks going to the surface are still full. We still have a lot of shimmer, and I know where there are 2 more pools of the stuff that we can build another train to should we need it. So we're kind of at that point right now where, why do I care about auto crafting or auto-magically crafting things using UU Matter or shimmer at this point? So I think what we're going to do, and I know it's silly kind of a deal, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and push through this next chapter, get down to a point where we're actually fairly satisfied with the way things go, and then probably see what's left. I mean, all I got to do today, I think, all we're going to try to do today is this stuff. So let's get started on it. Oh man, more of this circuit garbage. You want me to make an industrial computing unit, and you're going to give me a bunch of lanterns for it. So whoop-de-doo, we need some calorite pins. Thank you. There are some pins. So the process for this is going to be, we take an advanced integrated circuit, and this is where that pain comes in. So 9 times for one of these, plus those 9 times, plus some lithium. I think we can probably repurpose something here. So lithium. I have several, and I kind of produced a little bit of lithium in between episodes. So we have several of these now. And the thing that I have since learned is that in order to make this handling reasonably easy, you want to do something like this. Because this can interface with the spouts in Create. So that's what we're going to use. I need to go ahead and make a full set of those. 1 second. Okay, so we have all the pins. I need a circuit, one of those. We're just going to go ahead and craft one right out, just simply. If we need to make more, I believe I already made a few more. I've kind of been sitting here fiddling around with various things. So this should be here. Yeah, so we have a few more. All right, grabbing this. And how are we doing over here? I did a test and I used a fair amount of that stuff up in between episodes. This thing right here. So what we should be able to do here is this. I'm going to have to rebuild this whole thing. Maybe. What are these things called? I forget. Machine parts. So, do we have something here we can steal? Possibly. Yeah, I think we could actually go ahead and borrow this. All we have to do is move a few things around, right? So use on you. We need to squirt, smash, it's backwards. I have to move that to there. Lovely. Okay. I'm just trying not to do any more of these because I don't really think we're going to need but maybe 4 total of these circuits. Maybe 6, I don't know. In which case, we'll just get these set up, built, and ready to go. So let's go make, I'm going to go ahead and make another tank. Let's see if I can get this to stop bleeding all over the place because I don't want to use this up anymore. And let me make another tank. I don't know where I'm going. We need a tank so that I can absorb all of that silver out of that thing. Can I make? Yes. Cool. So if I put this right here and I go, I want you to, from this side, pull, please. Okay, and you know what? While you're at it, why don't you just empty? And then what we'll do is we'll move these where they need to be, which means I need to move that to there, and then we feed them with what they need to be fed with. Are you about done? Oh, you're filling yourself. Don't, nope, dummy. Give me those. Are you good? Just go ahead and pour that out in case I have to break that thing. All right, cool. So you can come with me. You have the silver in you. We'll use you later. You guys need to give me all of your wire. Okay. And then I need to go boink, boink, boink. No, not a deployer. The other thing. I need this, this. Now, down. Thank you. All right. So the process to make this chip is we take one of these, we hit it with some lithium, we smack it, we put machine parts on it, and then we hit it with the calorite pins. So calorite pins are on the back. You can have those. I think I might have enough machine parts to get this at least done once. We'll do that. And then I take this lithium tank that I've got, place it right there, tell it output. That should fill that spout up full of lithium. And then I just need to tell this filter integrated circuit down. That'll drop that over here. And integrated circuit plus heck is this thing called? That. And then we can put this on there and do that. What did I do wrong? Is this a blacklist? Oh. I need no and you deny. Right. Okay, you go in there, and then you do that. Nine more times, or 6 more times, or whatever it is. Ah, there it goes. That should do the work for that one. Thank you very much, Industrial Computing Unit. That'll give us a bunch of useless lanterns that I probably won't put anywhere else at all. I mean, they're nice and bright and usable, I suppose. What does this one look like? It's interesting. What does the other one look like? Oh, this is a redstone lantern. I need to hit it with some stuff. Who cares? We'll put those away. We don't need them at this point. Go away. Please, give me my food. All right, so that's that part. That got us to there. That should allow us to do some other silly stuff. So that will allow us to get into the industrial storage units that can hold, I don't know why it does that. Tank units, I don't need these. We're good. We're fine. It's like there's a bunch of stuff in here that we can do for sure that we can mess with. So data, we need data storage chip. This is going to be an iridium alloy plate, which is not impossible to make if I recall correctly. We just need to craft a bunch of stuff. So we need 4 iridium plates and a piece of diamond dust. Let's go do that. All right, I need... You can give me that thing back. I've been playing with, we've been testing a few things. I've since learned how absolutely wrong I was with all of the power production that is over here currently. And I had to go look it up in the configs. There are now 6 of these coal generators here because these coal generators make way more power than the other power that was available to us. These thermal generators make 10 EU a tick. 10. That's it. So they're pretty sorry as far as being able to make power. I thought we were doing pretty good because I thought that the output rate was 128E. No, they make 10. So yeah, they're pretty garbage. These, as far as in comparison, I don't know exactly what the number totally is, but they definitely produce more than the fuel generators or the you know, the regular generators that were in here. These right here, I think these made like 7 EU. So yeah, they were pretty garbage. These guys are at least doing a little bit of work. They are kind of a pain to make, but I was doing testing just to see. They're a lot of steel and a precision mechanism in a thing. They're not easy to make, but they do work. There are some things in Astral that do work marginally better than what's we're getting for this kind of stuff, so I might start messing around with those a little bit. But we should now be able to do the thing. So you, 1, 2, 3, 4. I know we've got to make more than these. Where are my other ones? Give me. No, I don't want that. In here. In here. There you go. Finish it. No. So how many of these are we going to need? We need to be able to make a Matter Fab, and a Matter Fab's going to need 4 of those, so we need 12, what is it, 18, however many was it? That's 5. 16 will be the final number. There we go. We'll have to make 3 more of these, but I'm just going to go ahead and get these done right now. And then I need a diamond, or 2 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And grinder, go. I needed to sit down and make a bunch of these. Alright, so in order to make one of these, we need one of those, which is going to be an iridium alloy plate. Thank you. Ding ding. I know you're happy about that, so go ahead and make the rest of them. That's all 4. Cool. Do we get a crest reward for that that's of any use to us? It gives us some raw iridium. Lovely. Great. I'm happy with that. Cool. Next. So then you want me to do a plate, olivine sheets, and a thing. Let me go make 3 more of these, if I can, and then we'll move forward making the next step. I want to kind of add ends today with a mass fab and possibly starting to create, well, starting to create, hopefully starting to be able to create some scrap. So let's get that done, and then we'll come back when we get that sorted. Hopefully I got enough stuff in here to do this. I might have to go make some more of the those, or the machine parts, I mean, but we'll see. I have reached the end game. That's an interesting thing. What do I get to make with these? Is it just mass fabs and all these little random stuff that's not usable? So fluid replicator, matter fabricator, quantum storage units, industrial tanks, quantum tank units, and of course superconductor energy upgrade. Increases energy flow rate. It would be great, but I don't need that right now because I can't put them in those generators. Anyhow, we should have, I think, hopefully, everything I need to make a Matter Fab. So let's try to make a Matter Fab. Good. Awesome. Ding, ding. Ding, ding. Hi, my friend. It has been a long time since I have seen you. It is also going to be a long time before we're actually probably going to be able to use you, but we'll see what we can do. So Matter Fabricator, we can go back down over to here, and then it's going to point us at what? Why is this not unlocked yet? Because I have to do what? You want me to do environmentally improved scrap to diamonds? No, I'm not scrapping to diamonds. We're not even going to bother. You want me to make some scrap, and you want me to make one of these recyclers. Now, we probably, theoretically, I should have probably already had these. Uh-oh, did I use all that stuff up? No, it's glowstone. Should have probably already made one of these, so let's go ahead and get one of those going really quickly. It is a recycler. Recycler. Yeah, so you can go, no. I will learn to click and then press the button. I don't want you. All right, let me make one of these, which shouldn't be much more than a compressor. Click, go. That, go. This is where, I would love to have the ability to have an applied energistic system that I could set up that would actually craft for me, because I have so many repetitive parts that I have to continuously craft at this point that all we've done, and again, this is one of those discussions, and I'm probably gonna maybe just get mad at it and re-enable both the two crafting things that they shut off in this pack, because I have so much random handcrafting that I'm going to have to do in here that if I would have like that mass fabricator, this matter fabricator, I cannot tell you how many so far extractors I've had to make in this game. I could go back and count all of them, but it's probably at least a dozen. That would have been something that I would have had to completely and totally build out in applied energistics. Taking away the crafting capability from applied energistics means that you're doing it with this, which means a person like me handcrafts it. So we waste a lot of time, but that's okay. Recycler. We're going to plumb as much junk into this thing as we can, and I think we're going to go down here and do it so that we can start getting the scrap. I'm going to be interested to see how much scrap. I wonder if that'll blow up. If it does. Okay, so technically all we need to do now is grab something useless, like all of those, stick those in here, and let it go to work. I want upgrade. They're all over there. Crap. 1 second. Go to work. I have no use for this stuff. Oh, well, that only took about 1,000 of those to get somewhere. Good. So we've got all of the scrap that we need to do the next layer of things, which is that, and that, which is UU matter, refined shimmer, and I really wish you would quit doing that. Start mixing this with a superheated burner and some shimmer to form a few chromatic compounds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Let that kind of work. And see how long it takes to make some of those. So I got to make even more of that. All right, now we've got a little bit of stuff, and I've got a lot of oak planks. We can put those away for right now. I'm starting to get ideas as to what we're going to do for this this particular mess down here, and I might just do just the simplest thing. If I take a a saw mill, this thing right here, how many do I get per each? If I just stick a log in you, do I get more than what I would normally get? I get sawdust, and sawdust I think I can put into that thing as well. So we might do something dumb considering we have a fairly large tree farm that can be doing things. We'll have to see what's going on. So let me see here. Anyhow, we have our refined shimmer. There is ding ding. This is astral matter. And I think with that, we'll probably give this a break for now. We're going to go ahead and cut this out here for today. I'm going to have to do a lot more crafting because this is going to require 6 more of those things, which is going to require, of course, 6 more of these. And that requires a bunch of those. These are a bunch of these, which are kind of a pain in the butt to make, and probably a little bit more lithium. So I'm going to go ahead, cut it out here for today, cut up a whole bunch of more stuff. We'll have a whole bunch of things ready to build next time, and then we'll see where we go. Like I said, I'm going to kind of want to just move towards this so that maybe, I doubt very seriously next time. These are going to be a lot of fun. The chromatic compounds, these refined radiance, and the shadow steel. This stuff's going to be fun to build to get to this point, but we still have to be able to make this set up and ready to go, which means I'm probably going to need to let this poor MFSCU charge up completely so that it can do what it needs to do. So I did make one of those in between episodes. They are so far totally worth it because of the fact that this stuff is going to continue to run regardless. So, and I'm probably going to feed an awful lot of random junk into this thing because this is well, this is usable for a lot of stuff, but I think the end all be all is going to be we're going to need it for where there's a spot in here where we're going to be needing to use it for the radiance and all of those fun things. This stuff coming up right here, I believe it's that. Yeah, in order to make one of those chromatic compounds, we need to be able to do this. We're kind of working our way down to here, and really it's not necessary, people. Anyhow, on in and done. We need to make 3 of these, which is just a bunch of stuff. So again, from here on past, it's just power and stuff. I think this is going to be the one that's going to hurt because we have, in order to be able to craft this final astral singularity, I need 256,000 items to make one of those things. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. It does mention some things in here, and this is going to be the last little thing I'm going to say before we get done. Shadow Steel. But wait, we haven't reached the end. I'm sure you can find an alternate way to access the deep abyss and other dimensions. I don't know whether this is just a mention of stating you can't go to the end because I tried it in my test world and the end portal is not functional, which means there's probably not an end dimension, which means we're going to have to go figure out where this is where we've got to go do, which means I probably have to go visit all of our planets again and dig down as deep as I can to try to get towards the void as possible. So I know, kind of a random all over the place, maybe a little bit of a gripey, whiny episode, but whatever. We're getting close to being done with it, and I think, well, we'll see how it goes over the next however many episodes. Thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all later.